Hello everybody, welcome to another video. We start this one off just about to enter the Mad Mile, and the car we're looking at is the Fiat 500, yes, the trainee Audi driver, who is doing nothing wrong at the moment until they decide to go into the outside lane. Why? Who knows? They're not overtaking anything, they're not even gaining on me. I'll speed it up here for a little bit, and she does start to gain on me only because I've got a car in the outside lane that is doing about 30 miles an hour. The car in the outside lane is turning right, but 30 miles an hour on a road like this is too slow. Look at it, it's hardly moving. Any reason why you're driving so slow? Any reason why you're driving so slow? But now we're still on the trainee Audi driver, yes, the Fiat 500, that still wants the outside lane. There is nothing next to me in the middle lane, bearing in mind that outside lane comes into the middle lane as soon as we get past these lights. And I've just jumped it forward a bit so we're not hanging around. So now I know that I do have an old audience, so I want you to take care here because we are going to do some stretching exercises. Yes, I know it's a dash cam channel, but we're going to do some stretching exercises. So please make sure that you've got your carer with you, or maybe a son or a daughter handy, or if you've got a younger wife or a younger husband, make sure they're about so you don't actually throw a hip out or dislocate a shoulder, because we are going to copy what the young girl in the Fiat 500 is doing. Remember, she's driving at approximately 40 miles an hour while she's doing these stretching exercises. When I say stretching exercises, she's actually reaching for her phone. Now, she's reaching for her phone with her right hand, right across her body. Now, try that in your armchair. And imagine while you're doing that you're driving at 40 miles an hour. Yeah, it's so unnatural to have your right hand right across your body while you're driving. But there was a reason why she went for that with her right hand, which you won't be able to see. Her left hand was holding her vape. Yes, she was vaping in the car, but holding that with her left hand. Couldn't put it down at the time. There you go, she's put her right hand back on the steering wheel, and you can't see the left hand at all, because that was holding the vape. So let's have a quick recap. The right hand was touching the phone. The left hand was on the vape. What was holding the steering wheel? So how did you all get on with your exercising there? Thank God she wasn't doing star jumps. I'd probably lose half my subscribers with you old codgers. Anyway, as she gets next to me, she's got the phone in her left hand now. Yeah, at least it's a little bit more natural. I don't know what I'm saying. It's a bit more natural to hold your phone in the car, but let's see if it affects the way she drives. Obviously her road management is shit anyway, but so is her driving. It's all over the place. She's everywhere. And her road management is everywhere too, obviously, because she should be over in the left-hand lane. She's not overtaking anything. So we come to this set of traffic lights, and we're looking for something a bit different now. Over to the right-hand side, you'll see a van coming towards us. Now it's going to be doing a U-turn where you're not supposed to be doing a U-turn, and he doesn't do it very well at all. Look at the speed he's going. And there's a massive oversteer as well. He goes straight into lane 2 for no reason. I mean, you're not allowed to do a U-turn there. I'll show you the sign now. But if you're going to do a U-turn where you're not supposed to do it quick and get out the way so before anyone can see you. I'm not condoning doing stuff that you're not supposed to be doing, but if you're going to do it really slowly and really badly, you're going to stick out even more so, aren't you? So we're going to go back to the front camera now. And then you'll see the Fiat 500 again, that still has not moved over, is still in the outside lane. I'm going to be moving over now because I'm turning right just up here. And as you'll see, all the way down the road, that Fiat 500, the trainee Audi driver, is still in the outside lane all the way down there with an empty lane 1. How do these people pass their tests? I have no idea. Anyway, hopefully some of you are still with me. You're not in an ambulance, or you're not rolling around on the floor with someone putting deep heat on your shoulder. Here's the next clip. So as we pull up to these traffic lights, this poor sod over here has broken down there. What a place to break down. He's right at the front of traffic lights, but he is in a right turn only lane. Now that truck that's going past him there has got a green light. The guy where he's broken down, he's got a red light still. I'll show you the lights now over there. So he's got a red light still. And there's two people that want to turn right. And they do it in very different ways. Obviously, when he's got a green light, the lane next to him will have a red light. So no one's going to wait. They're just going to block off the lane. So it's a difficult one. And I don't know the correct way of doing this, because it's a really unfortunate place to break down, and it's really awkward for people behind him. But this Audi, this Audi, always an Audi, has got a red light in front of it. You can see that light over there is still red. Now, it's done the right thing there by going round it, but it should now be waiting for that light to turn green. But being an Audi, it's still got a red light, and it's going. Now, just because someone's broken down, it doesn't mean that you can go for a red light, unless you drive an Audi, of course. Now, I'm going to go back, because I want you to see the guy there waving the learner through. He's trying to get the learner to get out of the way of the van behind it, who's got a green light, by the way. Now, this is the thing. What would you do here? I actually think the instructor should be taking the bull by the horns and taking charge of this. It shouldn't need an outsider to say, get out of the way of the van that's behind you. He's got a green light. It's a difficult one, but it is good practice for that learner. Hopefully he wasn't on test, but it is good practice for the learner to actually do something that's a little bit out of the ordinary from normal driving. I don't think the instructor done himself any favours though. I think he should have been a little bit more forceful and a little bit more assertive, to be honest. And if we look at it from the rear camera now, you'll see where the learner was there holding up everyone that had a green light. So it did need to go where it was, or where it is now, I should say. It's a difficult one. Let us know in the comments down below what you think of that one. Now, you know me and pedestrians. I've got a love-hate relationship with them, the way they cross roads. But we are all pedestrians. Now, when I come round this bend, I see this young girl running with long blonde hair. I don't know what made me see this girl with long blonde hair running down the road. I don't know why I noticed her. I really don't. But anyhow, there she goes. She's behind the van. I cannot see her at all. Now, look at the way she just runs out. Doesn't look at all. And look at that gap there for a car. If I was a lot closer, well, who knows? And the thing is, she's the fucking driver. I was amazed that she got in the driver's seat. And you'll notice she pulls away with no indication. Gotta love the way she looked. Walking out in between cars there. Didn't look once, and yet she's the one driving the fucking car. Jesus. So in this clip we come to another one of these controversial things called merge in turn. Now it's merge in turn. It's there. It says it as it is. Now we're at these traffic lights. Obviously they're red, and as soon as we get past the traffic lights, it goes into one lane. Now it's not me. I don't get stitched up here. It's the BMW in front of me that gets stitched up. There's a car that comes down the outside in a second. Yes, it's a Burke in a Merc. Two German cars together. They're made for each other, I guess. Now, the Burke in the Merc really should be coming in front of me, not there. You shouldn't have to make other people bloody brake so you can get in. It's just taking the piss out of this merge in turn fucking malarkey. So now we come to the cyclist, who've got no rules, no regulations that they have to abide by, and if you do have a go at them, you get a mountain of comments in the comment section by cyclists slagging you off. There we go, look, he's not even on the seat, he's on the crossbar, phone in the hand, and he's ginger. Poor little fucker. And I don't think he was signalling left. I think he's actually taken a picture of himself riding that bike there. But it would do. It was quite convenient in a way. So now we come to a scooter rider who hasn't got a food box on the back and it hasn't got L plates on. I'm debating whether this is nicked or something, because you would not ride like this if you've passed your test. I can normally spot people who've passed their test and the ones who haven't. Now the bike is where that arrow is. That car in front is actually indicating to turn right. Should not be overtaking someone that's indicating to turn right, you fucking muppet. So when we go to the rear camera, you can see that he's got no L plates on. And a lot of people call me slow. They say that I'm slow, so here's some slow talking. Should not be overtaking someone that's indicating to turn right, you fucking muppet. Now, we all know by now pedestrians have priority at junctions. We should all know that by now. But should it stop them looking? I always look, and sometimes, well, most of the times I actually wait anyway. But look at this guy over to the left hand side. Look how far he's gone before he's looked. And he's not even looking for traffic. He's looking for his bus. I don't get why you would leave your own safety in someone else's hands that you don't even know. You've seen how many bad drivers there are on the road. It's a bit late to look over your shoulder now, mate.
And you weren't looking for cars.
No, he wasn't. He was looking for a bus. I'm sure he's looking for the bus. So now we're going to be looking at a scooter thing that's going to be coming up on my right hand side. There it is. It did quite well there. It noticed that there was a van pulling out of there and stopped. But everything after that was just shit. It's moved straight back over to the left hand side where there's a parked car, moved straight back out without looking over its shoulder, and then there's a red light. We all know they don't stop for red lights, don't we? Now you might have to cast your mind back quite a few years now, especially you old bods, to when your mum and dad used to drive you around and someone used to zoom past you and your dad or your mum would say, they won't get there any quicker than us. Well, let's put that to the test. We're looking at that little van that's just gone past us. Just going to be turning up there on the right hand side. And it zooms off. Let's see if we can actually catch him without going over the speed limit or doing anything daft like he has. So straight away it's going to cut right in front of me, and then I get a little bit frustrated with this other van in front of me. Well done, mate. Oh, lovely bit of driving again. Lovely bit of driving. What lane do you want? Cut across another. Get out the fucking way with your van. So we're going to speed it up here a little bit. And as you can see, he's out of sight already. Cannot see him at all. This is only a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit, this road. And he is gone. But do we catch him up? Was Dad right all them years ago? Was he correct all them years ago? They're not going to get there any faster than us. I can still hear my old man saying it. So we're approaching the Mad Mile, and as most of you should know by now, the Mad Mile is 60-mile-an-hour speed limit. Still can't see him. That car in front isn't him. But when we get to the lights, we can see him. There he is. He's been held up at the lights. Now it's a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit with cameras, which is why he's not really gaining anything on me and I'm not catching him up, because we're pretty much doing the 40. But look, here we go. I caught him up without breaking the speed limit, without changing lanes erratically. I caught him up. Well done, mate. So it is true what the old man said all them years ago. Anyway guys, that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.